Is this what we're gonna end these 2 hours with?
Well, let's do some flag waving here. There you go.
There we go. I did it.
Thank you.
Under $200 for flex pay. I love that we're ending something with some flex pay on it. $49.99, item number 657386.
So, I talked to you about wanting to have exclusive things. One of the things that has happened in the coin business is I call it the labelfullication of the coin business. It's a made up word, doesn't even sound good. But it is what it is. So what happened is people to kind of create rarity, to try to create rarity, just change these labels. So they do different labels all the time. And so till the point where there's 100 different labels. And I said, enough. I did this before anybody even graded modern issue coins. As a matter of fact, I was the very first person to grade modern issue coins back in 1998.
Really?
Nobody else on the planet. They laughed at me. They laughed at me. Who grades modern issue coins? That's ridiculous.
Mike.
It's the backbone of the hobby now. So I said, we're going back. We're going old school. What I did is I created this flag core that you see right here, 100% exclusive to me. Exclusive to HSN. You're not going to find this anywhere else. Flag core. I'm the only one that has it. So you have flag core. So the core of this is the American flag. We debuted this last year to tremendous success. Last year, if you remember, the flag was kind of like straight stars and bars. We decided that we are going to retire the flag every year. So we have a brand new flag this year. We have like a wavy flag this year. Next year, we're going to do maybe a Betsy Ross or something like that. But the flags change every year. So this is a 2019 coin that you're going to have right here, flag core. So we have flag core, simple label. Like I said, not 27 different labels. You got this label, this core, one coin. So here's what we got. So we have the American, and this is early release. So early release period is basically already gone. Okay, so you have to, there have to be coins that are already made, already certified. Now here's the big deal. So this is my regular issue price, comes with the Red Oak presentation box, $199.95. Absolutely and truly spectacular that you're gonna have with the flag core. Proof 70, Ultra Cameo, absolutely perfect. Now here's what I want to talk to you about. And this is, you've worked with me one show.
Yep.
You know that I'm a pretty black and white guy. I deal in numbers. I don't deal in a lot of speculation. But I'm going to do a little speculating here. Now, I'm not going to charge any extra for the speculation. I'm just passing along some special information.
Sold separately.
That's sold separately. This is a Proof American Silver Eagle. They've been making them at the West Point Mint since that coin I mentioned to you in 1995, the 1995 West Point Mint. So they're making them regularly at West Point Mint since 1996. One of the things that we do is we track the trajectory of sales and mintage of United States coins. Because it's important for me to know what are the rarest, what are the easiest to get, what are the hardest to get. My office is nothing but charts and figures and algorithms. It's just crazy in there, okay? It is my personal opinion that the 2019 Proof American Silver Eagle could well be, has a good chance to be the rarest West Point minted regular issue American Proof Silver Eagle. I don't know that because it's the very beginning of the year and they've already released it. But what happened is it's normally released in the middle of the year and not much is going on in the middle of the year. And so people buy it because they got nothing else to buy for coins. They released it right in the middle of all the brand new coins, all the brand new gold, and the middle of the Apollo. So what's happening is this is falling through the cracks. And when that happens, they make these to order. So in other words, not like they make a million of these and sit around and wait for them. So if they only sell 200,000 of these, it becomes overnight not only the rarest W mint, but it's rarer than like a bunch of the reverse proofs, a bunch of the enhanced uncirculated are rarer than all that. On top of that, so you have a coin that I think is going to end up being, personally, I think it's going to end up being the rarest West Point minted regular issue Proof Silver Eagle. But then also you have it in our exclusive flag core with our exclusive label that you have right here. So you have flag core, which is 100% exclusive. So you get that guaranteed rarity, you get that guaranteed lowest price, $199.95. That's that Red Oak presentation box. Put it all together. Great opportunity, only available here.
Flex pay, return policy, exclusive, the authenticity, Mike, all reasons to, of course, purchase within these last 2 hours. We will see you back at 9 p.m.
9 p.m. this evening. Thank you very much. Really enjoyed it.
It was wonderful to work with you. And we'll be right back.
I've spent a lifetime